Art is never finished, only abandoned. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. Learning never exhausts the mind. The painter has the universe in his mind and hands. A good painter has two main objects to paint: man and the intention of his soul. Iron rusts from disuse, stagnant water loses its purity, and in cold weather becomes frozen. Even so does inaction sap the vigor of the mind. Art is the queen of all sciences, communicating knowledge to all the generations of the world. Every obstacle can be turned into an opportunity. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, and those who do not see. The human foot is a masterpiece of engineering and a work of art. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. It is easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. The artist sees what others only catch a glimpse of. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. The natural desire of good men is knowledge. Experience is the mother of all knowledge. Art is never too precise or too simple. He who is fixed to a star does not change his mind. The function of muscle is to pull and not to push, except in the case of the genitals and the tongue. Art is the queen of all sciences, communicating knowledge to all the generations of the world. A beautiful body perishes, but a work of art dies not. The human brain is the most complex object in the universe. Time stays long enough for anyone who will use it. Painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt, and poetry is painting that is felt rather than seen. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Being willing is not enough. We must do. The art of painting is the art of deception. Art is the expression of the mind and the senses, and it is the language of the soul. Painting is concerned with all the 10 attributes of sight, which are darkness, light, solidity and color, form and position, distance and propinquity, motion and rest. The painter who is familiar with the nature of the sinews, muscles, and tendons will know very well, in giving movement to a limb, how many and which sinews cause it, and which muscle, by swelling, causes the contraction of that sinew. Life is pretty simple. You do some stuff. Most fails. Some works. You do more of what works. If it works big, others quickly copy it. Then you do something else. The trick is the doing something else. Art is the child of nature in whom we trace the features of the mother's face. Art is the noblest of all human activities. Where there is shouting, there is no true knowledge. Nature never breaks her own laws. A well-spent day brings happy sleep, and life well spent brings happy death. Art is not a thing, it is a way. The mind of the painter must resemble a mirror, which always takes the color of the object it reflects and is completely occupied by the images of as many objects as are in front of it. Art is the queen of all sciences. Art is the science of light and shade. Time and memory are true artists. They remold reality nearer to the heart's desire. The painter who has no doubts will achieve little. Experience is the teacher of all things. Art is a thing of the spirit, and it is not made to serve any useful purpose. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. Obstacles cannot crush me. Every obstacle yields to stern resolve. He who is fixed to a star does not change his mind. Iron rusts from disuse. Stagnant water loses its purity, and in cold weather becomes frozen. Even so does inaction sap the vigors of the mind. Art is the daughter of freedom. The smallest feline is a masterpiece. Study the science of art. Study the art of science. Develop your senses, especially learn how to see. Realize that everything connects to everything else. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor who boards ship without a rudder and compass and never knows where he may cast. Poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. Art is the expression of the soul. He who possesses most must be most afraid of loss. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood.